Fellow travelers on this winding road we call life, let me ask you something. As you stand here, on the precipice of your 40s, do you ever feel a quiet unease? Are you at a point where past achievements feel less fulfilling and future goals seem daunting? Perhaps that old spark isn't quite burning as brightly? Secondly, do you sometimes feel trapped in the relentless cycle of work, family, and obligations, losing sight of what truly matters? Days blurring into weeks, weeks into months, the sensation of running in place? Finally, are you seeking a deeper sense of purpose and meaning, a way to navigate life's complexities with greater resilience and peace? A true compass to guide you? If any of these questions resonate, then I implore you to stay with me, because in the next few moments, we will delve into the wisdom of the ages, the timeless principles of Stoicism, principles that are not dusty relics, but living, breathing tools for crafting a more purposeful, fulfilling life, starting today. This isn't about empty platitudes or quick fixes. It's about a fundamental shift in perspective, a way to reclaim your inner power. Now, if this strikes a chord within you, if you crave a deeper understanding and a more resilient spirit, then please do give this video a thumbs up. If this makes sense, also consider subscribing to our channel. Join us as we learn and share this wisdom, and more importantly, let's embark on this journey together. This is your opportunity. Now settle in and let's begin this journey. I promise it will be worth your time. Take a moment to consider the intricate dance of life. We strive, we plan, we exert our will. Yet how often do events unfold in ways we never anticipated? It's here that we encounter the dichotomy of control. We must learn to discern between internal factors, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and external factors, everything else. Acceptance of fate, what we call amor fati, is not passive resignation. It's the courageous acknowledgement that some things are simply beyond our grasp. Think of the frustration's roots. How much energy is wasted? How much peace is sacrificed when we stubbornly fight the inevitable? The slow traffic, the unexpected illness, the changing market conditions. These are the wins. Like the story of the archer, we are archers, focusing on aiming the arrow well, understanding the weather will always be unpredictable. True Stoic serenity isn't about avoiding storms. It's about finding calm in the storm. So let us focus on strategic action, concentrating our energy on what we can influence, our responses, our choices. Learning from this, we can have real-world application by understanding that work challenges, financial setbacks, and the aging process are parts of life. If we embrace the wisdom to discern, the strength to act, and the courage to accept, we gain ground, paradoxically, by learning to let go. Let's turn our gaze inward, to that often murky realm of our own thoughts. We carry within us an echo chamber of self, filled with voices whispering doubts, fears, and limitations. The first step is identifying self-limiting narratives, recognizing those stories we tell ourselves about what we can and cannot achieve. Often these stories are based on past experiences or perceived failures. But the beauty is the power of reframing, changing our perspective on those past events, seeing them not as defining moments of defeat, but as valuable lessons learned. Begin challenging negative thoughts. When a voice whispers, "You're not good enough," ask yourself, is that truly true? What evidence supports that claim? Cultivating self-compassion is vital here. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. I recall the story of the sculptor who, upon seeing the rough stone, has potential masterpiece insight and sees beauty not imperfect, with the confidence of building confidence. This is done through taking small, courageous steps outside your comfort zone. This is possible through real-world application, through career stagnation, relationship anxieties, and fear of failure. By dismantling these internal barriers, by silencing the echo chamber, we unlock our true potential. Now let's turn our attention outward to the world of possessions and desires. It's easy to become entangled in the labyrinth of materialism, always chasing the next shiny object, convinced that it will bring lasting happiness. But this pursuit often leads to the hedonic treadmill, where the satisfaction of acquiring something new quickly fades, leaving us wanting more. The trap of comparison only intensifies this cycle as we constantly measure ourselves against others, fueling a sense of inadequacy. True freedom lies in learning to detach from these external validations. Begin with mindful consumption, being intentional about what you acquire, asking yourself if it truly adds value to your life. Cultivate gratitude for what we have, appreciating the simple blessings that often go unnoticed. The story of the hermit helps us through his life, who found peace and contentment in solitude, simplicity, and decluttering our lives through letting go of unnecessary possessions and commitments. We can achieve a real-world application by making a mindful change in our lives through overspending, compulsive buying, and social media envy. When we free ourselves from the pursuit of more, we create space for genuine joy, contentment, and inner peace. How often do we find ourselves quick to judge, to criticize, to condemn those around us? It's a natural human tendency, but one that creates division and suffering. We must strive to see beyond the mirror of judgment and cultivate empathy and understanding. Begin by understanding others' perspectives, truly trying to see the world through their eyes, recognizing that their experiences and beliefs may be vastly different from our own. Remember the illusion of superiority, that we are not somehow better or more enlightened than others. We all have our flaws and limitations. Practice the power of forgiveness, releasing resentment and anger, both towards others and towards ourselves. Engage in active listening, truly hearing what others have to say without interrupting or formulating a response in your mind. Like the story of the prodigal son, the son did not understand his father by simply judging his father's words, but by understanding. It all can be achieved by practicing kindness through performing small acts of generosity, with real-world application by understanding through difficult relationships, workplace conflicts, and social divisions. Only then can we build bridges of connection, creating a more compassionate and understanding world. Let us now confront the weight of the past, those lingering regrets, those missed opportunities, those mistakes that still haunt us. It's tempting to dwell on these things, to allow them to define us. But the truth is, the past is unchangeable. Our power lies in the present. It begins by accepting past imperfections, recognizing that we all make mistakes. It's part of being human. The key is learning from errors, extracting valuable lessons from those experiences, and using them to guide our future actions. The importance of self-forgiveness cannot be overstated. Holding on to guilt and shame only serves to weigh us down. Release those burdens and embrace the opportunity to move forward. Focus on living in the present moment, concentrating on what we can do today to create a better future. Remember the story of the phoenix, rising from the ashes of the mistakes of the past to create a new version of itself. Through the process, start setting new goals by creating a vision for a brighter future with real-world application through career setbacks, relationship failures, and financial mistakes. The past does not define us, but it shapes us, making us stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. We humans are social creatures, yearning for connection and belonging. So let us explore the symphony of relationships, those intricate and vital connections that enrich our lives. It starts with investing time and effort to nurture and cultivate the relationships that matter most to us. Be present, be engaged, and show genuine interest in the lives of those around you. Practice authenticity and vulnerability. Be willing to share your true self with others, to be open and honest about your thoughts and feelings. Offer providing support and encouragement. Be a source of strength and inspiration for those in your life, lifting them up when they are struggling. This is best described in the story of David and Jonathan. They show strength and understanding through true friendship. In this process, start establishing boundaries, respecting ourselves to avoid burning ourselves out, and protecting our own well-being, and start practicing active communication, learning to listen and expressing ourselves effectively. The final result gives real-world application through family dynamics, friendships, and romantic relationships. By embracing these principles, we can create deep, meaningful connections that provide lasting joy and support. Now, as we stand at this point in our lives, let us consider the seat of purpose. What is it that truly motivates you? What contribution do you wish to make to the world? It begins with identifying our talents and passions, recognizing what brings you joy and fulfillment. What are you good at? What do you love to do? Next, connect to a higher cause, contributing to something larger than ourselves. When the time comes, begin volunteering our time and skills, giving back to our community, and making a difference in the lives of others. Mentor others, sharing our knowledge and experience with those who are just starting out. Remember the story of the Good Samaritan, showing compassion to those in need, regardless of their background or circumstances. Living a life of purpose means creating a lasting impact on the world. Real-world application includes career choices, hobbies, and social activism, and making a change to the world. When we connect to something larger than ourselves, we find meaning, fulfillment, and lasting joy. As we reach the end of our journey together, let us pause to reflect. We've explored the illusion of control, the power of our inner narratives, the trap of materialism, and the importance of empathy and forgiveness. We've learned to embrace our past, cultivate meaningful relationships, and discover our unique purpose. We should briefly summarize the key principles discussed throughout the video and implement these teachings in our lives. Let us always be inspired by the potential for growth, resilience, and fulfillment that Stoicism offers. This wisdom is timeless, and it's within your grasp to make a positive difference in everyone's lives. As the great Epictetus once said, the best way to face problems is to overcome them with mental fortitude. Here are a few actionable steps to implement immediately in our lives. We can start by making sure we only control within our locus of control and suggest small, concrete actions to implement these teachings in our day-to-day lives. You can always share your thoughts, experiences, and commitment to living a more stoic life in the comments section below. We can start a conversation and support each other to overcome challenges to implement these teachings. Always be encouraged to create a life of purpose, resilience, and enduring meaning within ourselves, and also the life of those who we love and support. So go forth, live courageously, and may wisdom guide your path. Thank you.